Alright, so as you can see, I've been amazingly successful with the money grinding there in the crane game. And we can even purchase bombs now, so that's awesome. So yeah, we already purchased the shovel, and goes without saying, but let's return to more of Link's Awakening. Yeah, let's just go ahead and... No? There we go. Grab a couple more of them. And that should have us maxed out on bombs for the time being, which is nice. Alright, so when last we left off, we had just finished the tail dungeon, which means that Bow Wow has been kidnapped. So, we must away and rescue Bow Wow for the sake of Madame Meow Meow. And there will be one or two things we can reach now that we have the tail feather. Let's see, let's go this way because we can visit a cameo. It's the house of Mr. Right. So the self-inclusion of Will Wright of SimCity in the Super NES version, now cameoing in Link's Awakening. So he'll be a part of the trading game a little bit later on. Also, we can get up here into these caves. On this side, there'll be a thing in there that we can get to later, and in here... 20 rupees. Joy. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Oh, and I did take, the last time we were recording this, Build had suggested that I go ahead and do a 100% run in regards to the secret seashells, to get all 26 before trading them in for the level 2 sword. Considering that if you only collect... well, if you collect anything less than 26, and then trade them in, you trade in 20, and all the rest in the game disappear. So, yeah, we're actually gonna do that. I'm gonna go get all 26, and then we'll trade up for the level 2 sword. Which I am totally okay with. That is not a major detriment to me. Still can't get in there. Like, we could go explore over that way a bit, but there's not actually anything we can reach yet, so it's kind of unnecessary and a bit pointless. Same goes for up there on the Telltale Heights. So, let's just go ahead and rescue Bow Wow. I don't care about a Guardian Acorn right now. So, this big bad moblin has a really high defensive capability, and you can't actually hurt him except for when he's like that. So let's do the sensible thing and do that. And there we go with that. Alright, and, well... Yeah, I'm not going to bother actually bringing Bow Wow back to Madame Meow Meow yet, just to save ourselves a bit of a trip. Because if we take Bow Wow back to Madame Meow Meow right now... Oi. All she says is, thank you, and, why don't you take him for a walk? Which basically says, yeah, you need him to get into the next dungeon, so just take him along with you for a while. And Bow Wow is Hungry Dog. He's obviously a chain chomp from Mario. He eats everything, even things you cannot actually defeat with your sword. Like these, gigantic flower buds. I guess they're less buds and more actual gigantic flowers, but still. Even the gigantic flowers. And now he's magically gone. I guess we just sort of chained him to the, front of the level. And we'll be back for that just as soon as we get a nice, key right about here. I have no idea why that worked out in that fashion. And no reason at all to light the lamps. Yeah, again, no actual need for that. There we go. Yeah, well, lovely. Well, that was a bit of an unnecessary trip, but that's okay. Okay. That'll work. Alright. And derp. Damn it. Let's actually be able to get out of here. Ahem. Having anything resembling a memory would be good. So, in this, cameo, we have the Shy Guys who are so shy in this world, they do not turn to face you. And their masks actually protect them from your sword, and from bombs and arrows and etc, etc. Actually, maybe not arrows, but I don't actually remember off the top of my head. But you just, charge up your sword and slash around at them, and it all works out quite nicely. And actually, I'm pretty sure once we have the, you know, the, Power Bracelet, I'm pretty sure we can just pick up the, fun little pots that are everywhere and smack them in the face anyway. But that also works. No. Ha! Actually remembered that time. There we go. It's also nice to not get the, you got a small key spiel every single time with those things. Right, that was totally unnecessary. Okay. At this point, rupees are now only necessary for a select few things. There will be a few more things to buy, some of which will be ridiculously expensive, but now that we have both the shovel and the bow and arrow, not as much use remaining for the arrows. And this here, just like he appears in Link to the Past, this is a Hinox. It's very easy to defeat, just avoid his bombs and keep slashing at him. Which really can be said for most of the enemies, give or take the bomb aspect, but still. Not at all necessary to do that, but I find it fun. Alright, and we already have the key needed to get in here. And for this, we do actually need to turn the lights on. Just like that. So, and it is debatable whether those are boos from Mario or Guineas from Link's Awakening, well, Legend of Zelda. Let's see, there is that chest way back at the beginning, but that's okay. There is that staircase, which I don't remember if we need to actually get to it or not. I think it's just one of those shortcut staircases that we don't actually need to bother with. Also, I love how in this game, with the switches and the blocks, you can just walk on top of the blocks. That is definitely a nifty thing there. Yeah, I think this is where that staircase ends up. Also, piranha plants. Some of them are very obvious with the cameos. Although we will see plenty that are not quite as obvious. Like, I mean, we already saw Mr. Right, and yeah, that is where that comes from. Okay, so there is a clue elsewhere in the dungeon which says, first Stalfos, last Pulse Voice. So I kind of accidentally... Nope! The clue said, actually, first Pulse Voice, last Stalfos. I got it backwards. So let's take the stairs and hope that that resets it. Good. So yeah, if you don't know your Zelda enemy names, then you're gonna be screwed on this puzzle until you just, randomly happen to do it in the right order. So yeah, first Pulse Voice, last Stalfos. Yeah, just like in, well, actually, not just like in regular Zelda. In the original Zelda, the Pulse Voices were still able to be defeated with the sword. It just took a crap ton of damage before, you could actually do that. But yeah, just like in that one, in this one, they're very susceptible to arrows. And this is really humorous. It's a stone platform that refuses to budge. So we have to weigh it down. Yeah, you just sit down there, Mr. Angryface. Okay, and the level 2 nightmare, the genie, who's actually also kind of a clown. So we just have to wait for him to go into the bottle. And smack it. And that extra speech there, I don't remember that being in the original Game Boy version. But anyways, you get the idea here. Dodge, back and forth. Avoid all fireballs. And so forth and so on. There. Now the bottle is defeated. There we go. And we get the conch horn. What? You think that sounds more like a synthesizer? Well, it's a Game Boy game. Get over it.